Hi everyone, this is Emma and this is my overview of my project. So just for context, this project is for an high school ESL civics class, and I have students mostly from Guatemala, but a couple are also from Dominican Republic and El Salvador, and I also have one from Cape Verde. This class uses the Generation Citizen curriculum, and Generation Citizen is an organization that has created curriculum for action civics. Just in the interest of time, I'm not going to go over the students, but you can see kind of the bare bones of who they are here. My objectives are here too. So content is students will be able to identify and evaluate the actions that others undertook in their communities to solve the community issue of littering using the Generation Citizen Hourglass Organizer. So the community issue that my students have decided for their Action Civics project is littering in Central Falls. And so they will be reading an article about how one town in Guatemala has decided to tackle their own issue of littering. In their case, they put in a law to ban plastic. So the learning objectives, reading, they'll read an article, then they'll have to write and fill in an organizer, and this hourglass organizer I have a picture of in later slides. They're going to be working together to read, and so they're going to be speaking, and they're going to be in both the do now and the exit slip. They will be sharing their ideas and then listening as they work in their group. They're going to have to listen to each other. So the materials, they need paper for the do now and the exit slip. They need an article from Newsella or News ELA. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced. But if you haven't heard of this website, it's really, really awesome. They take news articles from other news sources and they level the reading. And they have articles about everything from science to popular culture to English, math, whatever it is. They have an article about it. They also need the graphic organizer, and they're going to be placed in heterogeneous groups based on literacy, language proficiency. So the lesson overview, it's going to be done in this, the translanguaging preview, view, review, so that the do now and the exit slip can be done in the student's home language, and then the lesson itself is going to be done in English. So for activating background knowledge, I'm going to ask the question, did you experience the problem of littering in your community, in your country of origin? If so, share what the problem was and what, if anything, was being done about it. So students can answer this question in their home language, and then they're going to do a think, pair, share. So then the lesson itself, I'm going to put the students in groups. As I said, they're going to take turns reading the article. Then this is the graphic organizer. The students use vocab words, and so this is really helping them apply the words. So what part of the article goes here? What part of the article goes here? Because for their own project in class, they're making one of these. So each student in the group will be responsible individually for one piece of this, and then they have to listen to each other as they share out their piece, so all of them complete the entire organizer. And then the exit slip will also be the assessment. And so for this, they are going to use I agree or I disagree. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to know their reasoning. And so they will agree or disagree. The solution to littering that the town of Guatemala used would also work here in Central Falls. I agree because, or I disagree because. I believe that as a class we should pursue this same solution to solve our littering problem. And then they would say if they agree with that or they disagree. Because the next step in this project is picking a solution that they do want to pursue. So this can also be done using the preview, view, review. This can also be done in their home language or in English, whatever they prefer. And I have one student who is pre-literate, so he can use Google Translate to help him translate these. and then Google will read it out to him, and then he will also be able to speak into Google Translate, so that Google will give him the words that he can write down, so he's still able to complete the assignment. And this will assess whether they met the objectives, the content objective and the reading objective, because if they were unable to sufficiently read the article, then they would not be able to answer these correctly. Thank you so much. That's my very brief overview, and I look forward to your comments. Thank you.